Hi everybody, welcome to your Moon in Taurus reading. It's a little bit late, but hopefully worth the wait. This reading is going to be for January 27th to January 30th. You're probably like, why 4 days? 27, 28, 29, 30th. Well, actually it's because it's super late in the day, probably like an hour before the 27th is done. And it's going to end super early, relatively early on the 30th. So yeah. As you guys know, even though this is designed to feel into the energies that are going on for the collective as the moon transits the sign of Taurus, these readings are ultimately energy, and so they're signless and timeless. If you find it at any time, regardless of what your placements are, and it resonates, then chances are it's for you, right? So it's my pleasure to bring this to you. Don't forget, if you'd like any personal services done by moi, including energy intuitive readings, energy healing sessions, mentoring, right? Or you just have a question, you can DM me with any questions that you may have. God bless. And you know where to find me. All right, so let's jump in. Look at me all at work. Yeah, collaborating. I love to see this here, this Three of Pentacles, because a lot of the time I'm always like, God, please help me to align with you, with my team so that we can get it together. And I've been seeing a lot of Three of Pentacles coming through for the collective. So this tells me that a lot of us have been further aligning with our higher selves, which is amazing. Ooh, amazing. Wow, look at that. Something's going on here energetically for you guys. You see how those just slipped out, but look how they fell. Kind of nicely done. I usually put the cards out and then there's a card that, speaks about the main energies. And Spirit is saying that some of you may actually have fallen as an entity itself, fallen. You may feel that you've taken a step back. You may have fallen short of a goal. You may have missed the mark in some way, or you feel you may have devolved in some way, right? That's the first message. The second message is some of you may have just fallen right into alignment with where you need to be. Spirit is saying, what did you learn? 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Speak on it. The guides have, and they're also speaking to me, by the way, guys. So if you ever watch my videos, you know, I'm here too. Both of me. I'm the one that's channeling and the other one that literally comes back and listens to the messages and takes notes. Spirit is saying, hey, you may have come through something. What have you learned? 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Didn't they just ask, what did you learn at 2 minutes, 22 seconds? All those twos. Spirit is saying, what did you learn? So for the past, month, the guides have been talking about Aquarius energy coming in with the teacher for a lot of us, right? The teacher being the wolf energy, being the wind that will blow away anything that is not properly battened down. So when were we supposed to learn these lessons, batten these things down, sow our seeds deeply? During Capricorn season, yeah? So which preceded Aquarius season. And you guys remember, if you tune into this channel, all throughout December and even in the beginning of January, the guides were letting us know well in advance something's going to be coming in, and use what it is that you've learned to sidestep it. If you end up in it, can you see it? Number one, can you see that you've stepped into it, so to speak? And what do you do to extract yourself? Did you do that, right? Or if you fell, I want to say hook, line, and sinker right into it, they're giving me the energy of a fish here. So some of you, the fish is showing that you fell, I heard heck, line, and sinker. So somebody here is like, I fell right into it. Oh, going back to what they said about falling, right? Did you fall hook, line, and sinker into it? And if you did, I'm seeing some of you here may not even have had a resource around you to pull you out, to be like, hey, what are you doing? Look at this. And so that could be an extra commentary coming back to their question here. What did you do? Did you see it? What did you do? What did you learn is actually what they ask. So for all of us, the answer to what did you learn should be, hey, I learned, maybe even only in hindsight, this, that, and the other. I realized this was how this energy appeared to me, and this is how I reacted to it. And maybe I should have paused and responded to it. Maybe you did pause and you responded, but maybe your response was not the highest of responses that you could have made, because even though you stopped to think of it, your core belief was running in a certain way based not on love but on fear. And so, as the guides tell you on this channel all the time, the core belief is like the oil in the engine, right? You're gonna think things are logical, you're gonna feel like things seem right and make sense. It's going to be like, oh, aha moments. All of this, though, can be completely and absolutely wrong if your core belief way down inside is not in alignment with love. So for some of us, we may have learned that even though we did our best, we were duly diligent about thinking before acting, and even doing our best to act in a certain way, and we called in our prayers and everything. Maybe the lesson here is you have to dig deeply to see what is going on the inside in terms of your core beliefs that made this seem like a sound plan of action, to make it seem like it made sense to you, like it was worth doing, so life is about inquiry. And I know some people are like, but why do we always have to be hyper vigilant and this and that? I don't know who some people are. If you're on my channel, you probably aren't like that, because you're probably here with part of your plan being to heal your life. Not everybody is here to quote unquote heal their life. Some people have different purposes on earth at this time, but if you're directed to my channel, you most likely have spiritual service in your DNA. I don't know, not DNA, but if you probably have some type of soul contract to be of service, if not in this lifetime, in future upcoming lifetimes, and this is your part of your research or just whatever, or it's in this lifetime. But you have to heal your heart. They're saying, some of you have to heal certain things. Speaking of heart and mind, this is what we're doing. We're healing the heart and the mind. Why? So that they can start to come into congruence. Because if one of those things is not running on love-based energy, right, the wheels are going to come off the wagon at some point, right? So this is what we're doing. This is what it means to move into alignment. Now, speaking of 7, because I just looked, it was 7 minutes, 17 seconds, 717. Here's the third 7 of swords is deception. So Spirit has told you guys, here we go. Here's another 7. Here's another 7. Look, 2 7s, right? Oh, there it is. 9. Put it to rest now. Now is the time to take notes on what happened. Yeah, some of them, they're like, we were here. Where was you? Where was you? Because that's how this dog talks. Where was you? I was here, right? Spirit has been aligning with us, and they're with us as we take our steps, whether or not we would be. Sometimes they want to be like, you're getting colder. Move. Don't pick up that phone. They picked up the phone. Okay, now they're meeting up with that person. Okay, now they're sleeping together. Oh my God. Maybe they're like that, but off to the side, they're not going to interfere because they understand that you're learning. So right now, we have this moon in Taurus energy. The moon is transiting the sign of Taurus. But what's going on for us during this time? Yes, sir. Okay, you didn't see the move I just did. It involved my hands being up and my butt wiggling. Boop, boop. I did it again. Victory. Okay. Now, victory is here for all, is what they're saying. Because look at this person walking right by this. What I'm hearing is esplanade. That's a very specific word. I don't think I've only said that word out loud in my life maybe 3 times, and the other 2 times was because I was reading it somewhere. I'm reading aloud. But anyway, look at this. Spirit is saying we're charging forward because you've learned that regardless of what I just went through, what I did, my goal is a long-term goal. So I'm not about to sit here and shit on myself and be mean to myself. No, I'm nurturing myself, being compassionate, taking the steps that I need to reflect on what went wrong recently. If something went wrong, using it as the chance, I heard excuse, using it as the excuse that you need, right? As the opportunity that you need to reach for higher thought, to learn some more, to reflect some more on who you are as a person. There we have the Justice card, Queen of Wands, and Nine of Coins. This was a classic case, they're saying, of something coming in and triggering something of a lower vibration is what I'm getting, and triggering the lower shadow aspects of you. Remember, when something comes into when an energy comes into our field and takes on a form being person, place, thing, situation, idea, whatever, those are just forms for an energy pocket, an energy socket that you plug into, right? These are energies floating around, but you don't have to connect with that. You don't have to plug into the energy of murder. You don't have to plug into the energy of stealing from someone. You don't have to plug into the energy of sitting down and moping all day. You're choosing to plug into those energies because, well, simply put, they're just too hard to pass up if you are that strong of a vibrational match within you. And so you're literally walking past energy pockets all day long. That's what energy moves. That's what emotion is. It's energy in motion, right? So you're literally walking past these energies all day long. Some of them are even floating around your family and your friends and, stuck in the corner of your room and all sorts of stuff. But if you inside have a core belief, for example, I believe that I'm a victim. Oof, that is a rough one because a lot of people walk around with victim consciousness. That's the opposite of taking responsibility for self, agency. That's also a cry for you to look in and see what part of your quote unquote story and narrative that you've constructed about some things that have happened in your life. What part of those are you refusing to let go of? And what part of those still need to be witnessed by others so you could feel ready enough to move on, right? These are like little ghosts, little hungry ghosts that hang around us. They're our own ghosts. So we have to be careful because when we have these core beliefs, thoughts are things. Thoughts literally create. And that's why at the karmic level and karmic board, when the karmic board is looking and tallying, because they're always tallying over there, right? Listen, they're looking even at the thoughts. For us, we're like, oh, well, I didn't actually take an action, so whatever. No, we're not. We see you as agents of your own destiny and your own reality. So, of course, we have to look at your thoughts because thoughts are things. 12 minutes, 12 seconds, right? So this was a classic case. In fact, look at the justice card. Yeah, look at right? This is a classic case of you needing to assess yourself by thinking, what just moved me? What did I tell myself? What did I feel? How was I able to sidestep it? Did I entertain it? Did I hook, line, and sinker, go to town with it? What did I do with it? Am I still with it? Or did I pass it up altogether? Either way, the victory now is in the reflecting. What have you reflected on? What have you learned? And another thing is whenever we make missteps or steps or any kind of steps, but especially quote unquote missteps, the lesson then stops being, did you fall for it? Did you see it? Did whatever? Because clearly now we have an answer for it. But then your lesson and your task becomes, how do I pick myself up? How do I keep going? How do I love myself through this? How do I learn through this? How do I magnify the love that I have within? A lot of times people can't pivot like that. They can, but they don't. Instead, they stay stuck in the story. I'm such a loser. Why did I do this? Everybody else wouldn't. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, get over it. You finished it. You did the action. Now let's see what we can do. You feel bad? How well are you nurturing yourself? Right? You want to apologize? How well did you take the steps? So constantly moving is what we're asking. A common core belief that we have, that's a core belief not based on love, is this this poverty consciousness, this low vibration, low self-worth, 5 of Pentacles, I'm a victim, I'm a martyr, I'm a this, I'm a that. Yes. And many people go through a lot of atrocities, right? Not everyone talks about the things that they go through. And you will find that some people may be like, oh, but I'll never get over this. This happened, that, and then that may be true for that person because they're already kind of in it, they're still working through it, however they're choosing to do that. But then you will always see someone else who may have gone through that, and from your point of perspective, worse, right? Because we should never compare pains with each other, right? But that person has found a way to transmute what it is that they've done, what it is that they've done, what it is that they've gone through, what it is that they've experienced, whatever. And now some of them are teaching others. Some of them are on the road giving PSAs. Some of them are writing books. Some of them may not even be using it to the public. Some of them may have just transmuted it, and now they're focused on their creativity. They're focused on bringing joy into their life. They've now manifested abundance in different areas of their life. So you see, you're not made to be stuck in your stories. You're not made to have an experience and to stay stuck in it. And one of the beautiful things about past lifetime healing is being able to look at the dynamics that occurred in a past lifetime, to see how those dynamics relate to how you function now, and to see from a conscious mind perspective, what am I still doing to feed that energy, to adhere to that pattern of behavior, and what can I do now to interrupt the pattern. That is the beauty of the conscious mind. The conscious mind is always the last to know everything. You know what I mean? But the beauty of the conscious mind is that you, at the conscious mind level, can bring more mindfulness to it, and you can start to make choices that will help you to usher in a change, right? But one of the things that keep people back, speaking of with this 5 of Wands, is low self-worth, lack of deservability, martyrdom, victimhood. I'm hearing chasing complex, right? Like, I'm just going to chase, but I'll never receive. That's another thing. Some people have a core belief that keeps them always in the state of trying. I'm always in the state of chasing something. I'm always in this, yes, sorry, I'm trying to talk and they're talking over me. Wait, hold on. Yeah, same, chase. Okay, chase. Okay, I know somebody for whom that word means something, so I'm just going to say, I think they're talking to you. Girl. Definitely. Chase. I said it. Chase. Is there anything else, guys? Can I move on to the rest of the reading? Anyway, they're so funny. But they're like, hello, Chase. Right? But anyway, no, but some of us are constantly, we have a core belief of constantly being, that keeps us constantly in a place where we're trying to do something, we're striving. So you may not realize it, but a core belief, this is how insidious core beliefs can be. That's what I'm saying. A core belief that you don't realize, maybe something as simple as, I'll never have, I'll always be trying. And when you're trying, look, I'm trying to pick up this card, it's not happening. It's either you don't pick it up or you pick it up. But if you're in the trying, it's like the same as, I want to pick up this card, but if I say I want something, that means that my mind has a core belief that I don't have, and therefore I want. And so if you really, it's like I want to work out. Yeah, no, you don't. You want to kick it at home and not work out. Because if you wanted to work out, you would actually be at the gym. It's just very plain and simple. So instead of you wanting to work out, no, you want to work out. So you're 10 times want removed, right? So let's keep it 100, right? If you enjoy working out, that implies that you already work out. If you want to work out, that implies that you don't work out. It's simple, but it's not, but it's simple, right? So keep it simple. So how many of you want to make positive change in your life? And how many of you are making positive change in your life? How many of you have made positive change in your life? How many of you are the change already, right? So, and then I'd like to bring it even more into what is for real's reality that I face as an energy worker and healer. When I look into somebody's field, yeah, one of them is, like, enough of them is on the same level or at the threshold for getting this healing done. It's sufficient enough to manifest me into their life, then to book the reading, and then to actually show up and to have the conversation. But there are other parts of them that are not. They'll be fighting amongst each other. Like, there's one part that wants to stay stuck for its own reasons. That's why we work with the aspect. There's some that are too scared. There's some that are very defiant, and they, so it's about getting on the same page with yourself. This is what life is about. It's called soul integration. When your soul sends you down, it sends you down super cute. But you, the one watching this video, you're the personality, right? But don't think for a second that the soul is just going to be like, hey, I'll see you later, you can head down there. No, it's going to send you down, and it's going to send down also different parts of itself, you, that maybe past lifetime stuff, that, hey, since you're down there, can you also heal these things, right? And you that's why you may be like, why do I always get this type of opportunity, this type of job? It's because it's not you, because you want, the part of you that's talking wants to move forward, but there's a part of you that just loves getting that other stuff. So this is what it means to get on the same page with yourself, to connect with yourself, to be more mindful, to be conscious, to come into congruence, to get into integrity, integration, soul integration. All right, the opposite of that is fragmentation. So here it is that we have this wind coming in through this open window, wind being Aquarius, and it blows in. Anything that's not so deeply battened down in this room is going to blow right up. This is what the guides were saying for a while. Here's the King of Wands. So the beautiful thing, look at this, is a match, right? The beautiful thing is that we have choice. And sometimes your choice is just to get aware, but we also have to acknowledge another energy that we don't really talk about that often. It's called momentum. Let's put it this way. Momentum is that force that's already in place, right? So when you start to cultivate thoughts and actions and all this, and what you're doing is putting energies in motion, right? And then you further reinforce that momentum. Look how it's getting bigger when you think things in alignment with that, when you act in alignment with that, and you react and you choose and you blah 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 blah. But one day, and remember, every moment is a new now moment, so every moment holds the ability for you to not do any of that anymore, and that's fine. And what that means is now from that moment onward, in the next moment, you're living literally a whole new life, because you're no longer working with that ideology before. So congratulations, yeah. Now you can call in new energies, new things, but guess what's still moving, right? The energy that you've put in motion. And so what Spirit is saying at this time is that, so you can ask God, you can ask Source Energy, you can ask your higher self, how can I not only put into place the proper mentality, the proper core belief, 22 minutes, 22 seconds, to stop this old stuff and to, start the new stuff on top of the, and also, what can I do from where I am to alleviate and to slow down and to dismantle and to dispel and to release and to at least protect myself from the wave that I've already put in motion, right? Because on Earth, there's, things are delayed. There's a delay between the word and the manifestation, the thought and the manifestation. And that's kind of a blessing for a lot of us. Because listen, people would manifest themselves right out of this planet because they don't know. It's like, we don't know how to use the scissors yet. So that's why we have the safety scissors. The safety meaning a lot of delay between the thought and the manifestation in the physical, and also a lot of unseen assistance that we have no idea. One of the best things that we can learn is the phrase clear, cancel, delete. Okay, and that brings conscious mind awareness to the desire to cancel whatever it is that you've been thinking. You're helping to break up the energy of what you're doing. Anyway, everything's always energy. So we're just learning how to become more conscious manifestors of it. All right. Now, under this moon in Taurus, a lot of you may be, there's the same card, yeah? That just was over there. I don't know if you saw. A lot of you may be, a lot of you may be seeing a lot of the, evidence of what it is that you've been putting out there. So this is a great time to tweak anything that you don't like. Let's say if you said you wanted to move into a new apartment, right? And suddenly you see evidence of that energy starting to stir up. Maybe you're seeing your favorite characters on TV, also house hunting or home hunting. Maybe you overhear a conversation in the supermarket. Maybe someone flat out says, hey, I found an apartment that you might like. Whatever. Things start coming to you, but that doesn't mean, oh, something showed up, this is it. No, we're not in the sandbox. This is like, hey, the energy's flowing. Now it's your turn to take a look. Do you like this? No. Swipe. Do you like this? No, swipe. You got to keep going 24 minutes, 44 seconds until you find what brings you emotional fulfillment. But along the way, the joyful thing about having these things presented to you is that you can look at each of those things and what do you like about it? What do you not like? I don't like this, but I like this. Sure. And then you don't forget to ask Spirit, what am I not seeing? Look at this. What am I not seeing? What you're not seeing is how certain parts of you, look at this guy, he doing too much, right? How certain parts of you, your shadow energies, are literally calling in the things that you don't want. Or that you say you don't want. On some level you do want it. You do want it because he's here, okay? He representing you. And listen, we're reading energy out here. You can't lie. You cannot lie to your energy reader. Your energy reader will literally see that part of you attempting to lie, okay? So this is the beautiful thing about learning, right? And getting in touch with your energy. So part of when you're calling things in and trying to work for yourself and get yourself together is about asking and working with Spirit to show you what you're not seeing, because what you're not seeing is that deceptive aspect of you that is helping to drive the ship. Sometimes these energies within you are so strong that they're actually stronger than your will, your conscious will. And so that's why you're like, I really want this type of person in my life, but you keep getting the opposite, or you keep getting this one type, because the part of you that is in control and outshining or outcalling, outbidding, whatever, for the universe's attention, is an unhealed aspect that needs to be looked at. And so Spirit is saying, if you really want to really focus on bringing in something amazing for yourself, if you want to make sure that your ship flies in the direction that ship flying. See how they said, I love it. That your ship flies in the direction that it is, that you consciously say you want it to, you have to look at what's under the hood of the ship, because the ship also has a hood, apparently, right? Yeah, look at this big difference. This person, that person. Look, we all know we can do something with this person, but I'm just saying you can do this, that, and the other with this person. 28, 28. Look at what this offers you. This is expansion. Expansion. And what you're going towards is going to be balance, whether it's a person, place, thing, situation, idea, because you're coming with balance. So if you would like to see what it is that you say you want to see and you'd like to be and have and all of this, what it is that you claim at the conscious level and what some of you actually 100% believe to be the case, then you've got to look at what's under your hood, because the universe is responding to you, super cute, but it's responding to the most dominant energy signal you're sending out. And for a lot of you, the signal is strong for the shadow. And so you will always get what you ask for. But who's asking for it? You or the shadow part? One of these guys, right? So any hoodles, let's go ahead, pull a few more cards. God is good. And so are you. Yay! So getting on the same page with yourself, super dupes important. Super dupes important. Which cards want to come out? Okay. Lots of shuffling, huh? Yeah, let's give it a shuff. Give it a little shuff. It's okay. Wouldn't that be a cute name for a dog? Hey, Shuff. No? Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6, 7, 8 of Wands. Fast moving energy. I do see some contracts coming in for you. Could be over the next 4 days, but I do want to say that there's a little bit of an energy of wait and see. Wait and see in the sense that you may be receiving some type of information. It could be about bills that you have to pay. it could be about contracts that have been waiting for you. Maybe you have something on your dresser that you've been needing to look at, on the mail pile that you kind of opened and you get scared and you walk away from. Yeah, whatever it is, you just bought yourself another 4 days. Spirit is saying don't rush to make any judgment calls. Don't get into your feelings about anything over the next 4 days, because I feel that this is like a heavenly assignment, a heavenly assessment, a heavenly assistance, where they're like, hey, you get to take the next 4 days off from this thing. So don't worry, because worrying is just going to change the energy and it's going to affect things. Don't get into your feelings about it. Just put it off to the side. Let Spirit work some things, do some magic, bring you into alignment with whatever it is that you need to do so that you can properly address this issue or that thing from a higher minded state of being. I want to say point of view, state of being. Yeah, because I think that there's going to be an offering for you. It could be an opening up of something, like an offering of assistance or an opening up of an energy portal that is en route to open for you. So if you start worrying about this bill or that thing or this guy or this whatever, it's going to kind of like adjust your orientation and throw you off a little bit when you need to stay here so you can approach whatever it is. Some of you are about here. If this is where you need to be, going straight like this for the portal, and some of you are here, ready, but you're not moving. It's like, I'm ready, but you got to keep moving, right? Some of you may be here, and so they're going to move you gently like this so you can be on the right course. But if the whole point is just stay focused on high-minded ideals, focus on your virtues, focus on the plan of what you'd like to do, but keep yourself open for Spirit to move, right? But you still have to move too. Feed yourself with knowledge that is required for what you think you're trying to accomplish, but be aware that sometimes we think certain things are needed, certain types of knowledge are needed, but they're not actually, right? So for example, if Spirit's like, we want you to be healer, you may think, oh, but I have to go get this Reiki attunement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, right? Or I have to go learn all these crystals in the world, or I have to go learn all these meridians. And Spirit's like, no, actually we want you to work here, and we just want you to show up here and we'll take it from there. So there we're stopping ourselves because we think we need to be a certain place, but Spirit is saying we're moving with you. All we need you to do is not get yourself into an emotional panic about anything that's going to create more resistance to that movement forward, okay? And they're also saying, oh, scared, but okay, don't be scared, Jonelle, don't be scared. I always get nervous, but I'm a Taurus moon. We don't like surprises. I'm sorry. But they're saying if you orient yourself, you'll be ready, because I feel they're going to give you a little bit of a kick. So a little bit of a kick is coming. Nerve-wracking. Okay, we're not going to worry about the kick, but a little bit of a kick is coming. Not a kick in the butt. So it's not necessarily going to come through like a tower. Let me pull a card to, where's it? Oh, here. Well, look, yeah, here's the 8 of Wands, right? Let me pull a card to see let's clarify what that kick is going to be. It's like, think about yourself as being the cute little white ball, and they're just gonna give you a little poke. 3 of Cups, So they're pulling you, God is good, thank you, on the other side of that portal, whatever it is, 33 minutes. Oh, 33 minutes, 3 seconds, 3, oh, there's the portal, 3. On the other side of that portal, they're going to, like, see how she's doing energy movements and stuff right here? She's pulling you in to alignment with wherever you need to be. Look at the sun there, right? But some of you need to get out of the shadow of your Saturn. Are some of you going through Saturn returns or your Saturn placement? Look at how they blocked Saturn already. They're like, stop thinking about Saturn, right? So yeah, whatever it is that you struggle with and whatever, just let's take a break from it for right now so that you can, it's so funny. It's like, if you struggle with bad men, stop going for men altogether right now. We need you out of there already. So it's like, we need you out of whatever it is that you keep struggling with. Just put a pause for a second so we can pull you in. At the same time, a lot of you are getting these anointments. I say anointments because anointings. What do I, anointment? Okay. You know what I'm saying. Anointings, it's like they're saying being earmarked for change. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, 1, 2, 3. They're coming in and doing a lot of work with a lot of you and your aspects within. Why? Because when they pull you in, they're pulling you in. And so, and look at this. We have the 10 of Wands being the ending, putting down your burdens, releasing. And we have the Wheel of Fortune turning, right? So when they start, look at this. It's like a portal. When they start really making this portal really big, it's going to pull you in. And they want to make sure that you're a really great vibrational match for it. So you'll be sucked in and be transported wherever it is that you're needing to go. I feel that a lot of you are gathering at this point right now. See here, for example, she's here. There's the portal. She's here in her own respective place, gathering at the portal. She's done her best to clear her energy and stuff. Look at her guides now coming to her, getting her ready, like doing the anointings for her, the energetic stuff, tallying, the karmic tallying has already taken place. We know that. So now it's time to get on the ferry, so to speak. Now it's time to go. Last minute stuff is to let go of anything that is going to hold you back at this moment. So if you're watching this video right now, God bless you. Oh, the moon is going into Taurus. Oh, hey. So think about anything that is bringing you stress or worry right now. Is very, very, very important that you disconnect from it. Meaning, just stop thinking about it. So you don't know where that next bill is going to be paid, how it's going to be paid. Stop thinking about it for right now. Just give us 4 days to prepare you. Look at the Lover's card, fell right off the table. And they're saying, and get clear, just because a Lover's card pops out, or you hear stuff about divine union and all this, does not mean it's a mate, like a significant partner. Like they're like, get out of that mindset. This is about alignment with something that is for your highest good. Speaking of, here we have the 10 of Cups with emotional fulfillment. They want to bring you to this place where the fire is the warmth of spirit instead of you being in the fire with all this stress. Look at the card at the bottom here. Oops. Oh, there it is again. We've got the Empress. This is like we're separating you. That was the sound. We're separating you from this. Now it's like floating away in the water. It's gone, right? We're separating you from the deception, the low stuff, all of that. Look what's coming here. We've got King of Cups, Page of Coins, 8 of Cups, Page of Wands. Interesting. And of course, we've got the Sadness card. But Spirit is saying to recognize that sometimes some people are designed to give you sadness. Look, I don't know why they wanted me to stamp it. Now they're saying that's already been processed. It's done. What do you want with it? You want to hang it on your wall? It's done. Get over it. So, wow, tell us what you really think. Speaking of it, get away from it. Walk away from it. It's done. Here's the 8 of Cups. Walk away and stop doing stuff that calls in energies like this, because these energies are no longer coming in. So 37 minutes, 37 seconds, 10:10, it's done. So some of you are out here possibly even having this calling in because you keep focusing on something that is just no longer supported in the ethers. For example, let's say you have a significant past with having your heart broken, right? Spirit is like, we've cleared that. We're looking in your energetic field. Those structures have been cleared already. You're actually here where there's no structures like that for it to latch onto, but you keep thinking it's going to happen. So here you are just keeping yourself single. It was like 38 minutes, 11 seconds, 11:11 when we said that, single, instead of deciding to just walk away and stop trying to call in more things that are not slated to come in. Why don't you use your alignment tool, this Page of Wands, calling something in, and align to a greater part of yourself, or align to the way out? And that's why we have this portal opening up. So a lot of you basically are ready now, 38 minutes, 38 seconds, all right? Here's at 11:11. A lot of you are ready now because you've used the last few nights. Some of you, the nights have been, last few nights have been significant. You've used the last period basically to kick off some more things. So now they're like, all right, some of you are ready. We're ready for the next lot of you. Let's suck you out of this energy field that you've been, right? And guess what? When you're done, you get a little plaque. Yay, I did it. And you'll arrive at your next destination through the portal and you will be met well. You will be well met, is what I'm saying. See that King of Cups waiting there. And don't start being like, King of Cups, is it a mate? No, it is just spirit, okay? So, yeah. Slow your roll. So anyway, long story short, after the long story, at this time, as the moon is transiting the sign of Taurus, there are many meanings or many messages that can come through for that. So I do encourage you to look through other people's readings, what they're bringing through, as well as any astrologers and what they're bringing through. But if this message is for you, then you're being asked to, release and get ready to be portaled out from wherever you are right now. Make sure that you stay focused on what it is that you enjoy having and being. And for the next 4 days, very importantly, do not stress or worry about anything that comes into your life, whether it's a bill or a person or an event. Even if you fall and hurt yourself, do not stress and worry about it for the next 4 days. Just do your best to deal with it in a planned manner. Make your plans, organized manner. Taurus, help us out, and focus on anything but, okay? All right. So that's what's coming through. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, energy healing session or mentoring session with me, then you know exactly where to find me. But until then, God bless you, and make sure that you stay tuned. What is today? Saturday. Stay tuned for the upcoming moon reading. Should be the moon in Gemini. Also, I will be posting, what did I say? Oh, February is coming up. So I'm going to do another energy release. Heard entity release. Okay, we're gonna do some of that. We'll do an energy healing session for free for you guys to kind of get you up to speed, and cord cutting, all of that. And what else? Is it time for more astro reels? I don't know. We'll see. Just make sure you stay tuned. And if you enjoyed this, please do go ahead, take 1 second and press the heart button, the like button, and God bless you. All right, bye. Mwah.